In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show. What up, everybody? Welcome to the Two Buck Sports Show. Sans Rusty and Drew, they are not here today. Drew is going to be out for just a little bit longer with this weather situation here in Mississippi. Rusty has no internet. He moved and has no internet. So you got me, Kenny Stubblefield, and you got Wayno on deck. What's up, baby?
Hey, if we're going to do this, let's do this right with a big intro, huh?
Let's go.
Welcome to the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Kenny Blockhead Stubblefield and Wayno.
I'm going to come up with a name for you, too. I know Wayno's not your real name, but I'm coming up with a nickname for you. Wayno's good. We'll stick with Wayno. Yeah. How are you, man? You good? Is that water or is that some other adult beverage?
It's look, maybe the vodka, maybe the water. Only time will tell.
Maybe mixed? Maybe a mixture of both?
Hey, I'm good, man, but I've got a little bit of a complaint.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of a complaint.
Uh-oh.
Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
What a bastard.
What a bastard.
Because he's taken away my ability to complain about long days at work. I can't never do that anymore. He's doing 14-hour shifts. And I'm tired. I work. I have no right to complain whatsoever anymore.
This guy, he is going to hold this over our heads for the rest of our time.
Oh my God. You know what? It's going to be like when your wife brings up she was pregnant and carried her kid around for, tell you what.
This guy, he will never let it go that he saved the world. He is going to he's the new Avenger, basically.
Yes.
Like we got to come up with a name for him, like the Electrical Man or something like that, or some fancy like
Sparky.
It's Sparky. That's it. That's his new Avenger name is Sparky. Yes, he's got electricity coming out of every orifice of his body. This man provides energy to everybody. Yeah, shout out to Drew Gann. I couldn't think of it happen. I couldn't think of 14-hour days and no sleep happening to anybody better than Drew Gann.
Oh, he'd be a ball of fun after that shift already.
He said, "No one has it worse than my wife." And listen, can we be honest? That was true before the electrical situation went down. That was true before the storm. She has had it worse for a long time being with Drew Gann. I feel she's a saint and a scholar.
She is.
Oh man. Well, shout out to you, man. It's Monday. It is 11:07 over here in the central time zone, God's time zone in the United States of America. What time is it over there in Aussie land?
It's just past 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, you're a beast, dude. I can't believe it.
On a Tuesday.
This guy is amazing. Well, shout out to you for joining. Shout out to you for being willing to get up and rub that sleep out of your eyes and come talk hoops with us, man. Let's have some fun with it. Before we do that, it is Monday. And so on the 2 Bucks Sports Show, every Monday we do a best in beef segment, the best of the weekend and the worst of the weekend. So let's get to that. I'm so impressed that I was able to get that bumper video in. Like I struggle with their bumper videos. It is not easy for me. This is not my normal routine. So shout out to Kenny Stubblefield for getting the bumper videos done the right way. All right, best in beef of the weekend, Wayno. What was the best thing that happened to you this weekend?
Look, a little bit of a milestone in our household. I don't want to brag or anything, but I kept a human alive for 14 years. How about that? Mate, it's all about me. It's all about me. We celebrated some cake for my achievement.
Yes, that is.
I had a little bit of help from the old wifey, but I think pat on the back, deserving.
Yeah, you deserve it.
No, it was kids will just change your life. In the best possible way.
Man.
And you don't even realize it at the time, and you go through your own struggles of grasping this new reality, and it's just it really is an amazing thing. I'm just really happy I got 2 pretty good, well-behaved boys, and both big hearts, which that's all I could ask for.
All you can ask for. Yeah.
So just wake up, I try to guide them through this life as best I can, and tell them I love them, and just looking at. I hate it. You know what I really hate about being a parent?
What's that?
Is that I can cry like that.
Oh God.
I can tear up. I just have to start talking about him, and
I'm getting emotional hearing you talk about him a little bit, to be honest.
Wivery lip, rather.
Yeah.
So it was a good weekend. Just we had family over, had some pretty crazy schnitzels.
By the way,
you see the schnitzel?
I have the schnitzel in my inbox, and I need to put it up here. You changed our lives in the group chat this weekend, showing us what a Aussie schnitzel looks like, and it is awesome. It looks delicious. It looks like the schnitzel is what gave me diabetes, I think. I can't mess with it. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it feels weird for me saying the whole word, like schnitzel, because they're affectionately known as schnitty over here.
Schnitty, that makes sense. And, like Jitty, like John called Jitty.
Yeah,
Jitty and
Schnitty.
Snitty Jitty.
And that's always the gauge of a good pub in Australia. How good their schnitty is. If you're messing up the schnitty, next pub.
So we had this whole conversation in the group chat, and I want to present something else to the equation. Like I said this, I judge, what is Memphis known for? Memphis is known for its barbecue, right?
Yes.
Barbecue shops, the barbecue restaurants, got a ton of them. Everybody opens up a barbecue place and says they're the best. There is only one way to judge a really good barbecue restaurant in the city of Memphis. And that is, what does your banana pudding look like? What's your banana pudding taste like? Is it real or is it homemade? I mean, is it homemade or is it a pack? Is it a packet? Is it one of those Cisco brand banana puddings, or is it grandma in the kitchen made it? Which one is it? Because if your banana pudding is not on point, do not trust your barbecue. You're probably using horse meat and not pig. That is, and I want to know, everybody that's in Memphis in the comment section, shout out to all y'all who are here. Is that real to y'all too? Like you judge barbecue restaurants by banana pudding, not by the barbecue.
Well, while I go let my dog out, who's driving me mental right now, let's your best of the week.
Oh, let's go. You let your dog out. Your dog got some airtime before the show started.
He's got some unfinished business out there with something.
He's tracking something.
Maybe a giant bat or something.
Something is about to get eaten right now. So my best was I have a 13-year-old daughter who is about to be 14 in March 4th. Make sure I get her birthday right. March 4th is her birthday. She'll be 14 years old. And I also have an 11-year-old son who's going to be 12 in 26 days. And so it is like this whole weekend. I remember growing up. I remember being a young 20-year-old, 30-year-old and thinking, man, I want to work all the time. I want to do what I want to do, kind of selfishly. I want to do what I want to do. This weekend was spent, and like a lot of weekends have been spent, I was in a volleyball gym for 40 hours this weekend watching my daughter play volleyball. And I'm telling you what, man, like there is nothing more satisfying to me than to see what sports has changed my life, and not even playing, but just talking about it and things like that, being able to be engaged in sports, seeing my 13-year-old about to be 14-year-old daughter become a better human being because of sports, because of the sport that she loves, being an empathetic person, like learning what it means to work as a team, like get better at a sport, like decide I want to do something and get better at it by working hard. Oh man, it fills me with so much joy as a father.
There's so many life lessons to be learned with sports. Like I think that's what I really enjoy about them the most. Yeah, that's amazing, man. Yeah,
it was so much fun. It was so much fun. She's great. She is the coolest. Everybody always tells me, like, parenting is really difficult, and it is difficult.
Yeah, at times there. Challenging.
Challenging is a good word. But I'm just like, I think Tracy and I are pretty blessed, man. We've got two like awesome little people that run around our house, man. Like they're really cool people. And they talk about her being a teenager now, and it's gonna get hard and all that stuff. And it's just like, man, she's just a great human being, dude. Uncle
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry, bud.
I'm gonna stop talking about my daughter. Shout out to Jenny, man. She turns 4 today, bro. Shout out
to Jenny. Happy birthday, Jenny.
Happy birthday, Jenny.
What a legend.
What a legend. You have Uncle Buck as your dad. That is awesome. I bet she's really a cool person too. Yeah. I've never had a chance to meet her. But yeah, we'll stop talking about daughters while he's at work working on his daughter's birthday. Yeah. That's
you know what? We should maybe we flip it. As they get older, they get real narky and really
just
controlling.
Oh god. Yeah. It's terrible. Ugh.
Maybe that helped.
I don't believe it. I don't believe a word I just said. All right.
Big odds.
We went to the best, and the best are our kids. What's the beef of the weekend? What happened this weekend? What's your beef?
My beef is with you, Kenny Stubblefield.
What did I do?
You've made the list. You've made my list, sir.
Yeah.
Context is everything. Do you mean nasty messages I've gotten over the trade?
Oh, have you really?
I think I saw in the someone called me idiotic.
Well,
in the chat. I mean, fair, but
you got to get thick skin with this stuff, man. Like,
no. I was just gonna say it's quite funny though, because the people got really upset about it. I was just I laughed because I was like, you know what? That just means that Milwaukee would definitely say yes.
Yeah.
Like if you hold Edie or whoever at such a high level.
Yeah.
But look, context is everything. The parameters of the trades on the $2 show a couple of days ago was that one, one trade scenario where we kept Jar and Jaren, which was that trade that I put for, and then there was more after that.
Yes.
Where we let them go. We let them
Oh,
fly.
it was a 30-minute. I'm telling you, I propped this video up. The reason I picked that little clip is because honestly, I'll be frank with you. When you said it, it pissed me off at first.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. But I had recollections come back to my brain of a few days before that on the Anthony Sane show. Anthony asked me straight up, is there a single player that you wouldn't give up on this roster to get Giannis Antetokounmpo on the Grizzlies? And I said, absolutely not. And so I didn't like Zach Edey being a part of that. I didn't like Cedric being a part of that.
And remember what I said. My pitch was that I wanted the deal done there and then. My kind of GM I'm walking into the is I want that deal done today. I want an immediate yes. Let's get this thing done and wrapped up and get Giannis on a plane. So
it is wild that probably your two best tradable assets right now are not your two most highly paid players on this team. Like, that's crazy.
So that to me is even more indication that we've been holding on to glory days for a bit too long.
I agree.
And that's the beauty and the gift and the curse of being a sports fan.
Yeah.
You really hold on to those players, and that's what it should be about too. Like, if Edey's your guy, then yeah, stand on ground. That's your guy.
Stand on ground. Stand on business with Edey. Yep.
I'm not. Look, that's not a real complaint. Like I take it all in stride anyway. So, but it was a lot of fun, and I have more of an issue of Jar's cryptic tweets than what I do with that actually.
The truth. Hey, by the way, the truth will be told over time.
I wish you would got corny with it. Like, the truth will set you free. Like, it's just what are we talking about? Just say what you want to say. Like,
I'm like the worst. I thought the conversation about happy Ja versus sad Ja or angry Ja was horrific. The conversation between happy Ja and emo Ja is even worse. Emo Ja is annoying as all get up because it means he's not playing basketball, right? Like, and I get it. He's got a real injury now. Like, the UCL injury is a real thing. So, like, no hate towards him on that. That happens. But my gosh, dude, like, get over it. Like, that stuff drives me crazy. I don't like it.
Come on, Kendarius. I've never met a what? How old's he now? 27? Ja?
They aren't kids, bro.
27-year-old kid. He can drink. He can drive a car. He can hold a gun license.
Yeah.
He can hold a gun. He can hold a phone. I don't know.
You can hold a gun. You can hold a gun. You could put your phone down and stop tweeting emo shit. Yeah. I hate it so much.
That must be the biggest kid ever.
Carter, we're gonna get to that question. We're gonna, the second half of the show is gonna be all about NBA draft. We'll talk NBA draft. Yeah. We're gonna go through a few Grizzlies things first. My beef is I am exhausted by the tone, tenor, and the direction that the conversations are happening around Penny Hardaway and the University of Memphis basketball program. I know that's kind of outside of your wheelhouse. You know who Penny Hardaway is because you are look at your hat. You're an NBA guy. You know who Penny Hardaway is. Look at that. Look at that.
On hand. What are we talking about here?
But it is a devastating time in Memphis right now for those of us who have held on to glory for a little bit too long of what we know about Penny as a basketball player and where this team is that he's coaching that we love to root for. And I have a whole lot of theories about why it is where it is. I think some of it is coaching mistakes that he's made, but they're coaching mistakes that everybody makes, right? Like, people make these coaching mistakes.
Yeah.
But I have whole theories of how things have, and this is going to sound terrible, and people are going to be like, "Oh, you're totally not blaming Penny for his faults." Just hear me when I say he's made mistakes. But it is
what
very
player or coach hasn't, you know?
it is clear to me that there are people that want him out of at the University of Memphis and are doing things behind the scenes to shut off access and shut off the funding that's needed, the opportunities to grow, the opportunities to field a good roster in today's day and age. I'm very sad with where things are going because I think there's only one way that it's going to end, and I think it's very sad. And so that's my biggest beef. They lost again at Memphis for the first. They lost again in a conference, but this time it was at home, and they haven't lost a home conference game in 3 seasons, and they lost this weekend. And
So a couple of shows ago, I asked, you know, like, yeah, I mean, I know about college ball. I just don't follow it. You know, I know I know quite a bit about college ball. I just don't follow it religiously because I am a massive NBA fan. So like that's
Right.
my thing.
right.
Do you think that a lot of this boils down to when they brought the portal in? It took away the star power of Penny. It took away his recruiting ability.
Yeah.
Do you think like maybe there's an element of to like, you know, like this generation, some of them don't even know who Penny is.
Yeah.
It's surprising that it. I mean, you know, you guys are from Memphis. Of course, you guys gonna know him. You know, you're gonna bleed Penny. But
Right.
do you think maybe that's portion to this?
That could possibly be a portion to it, even though he has had really good portal classes in the time
But it's not like, you know, he's not bringing in like James Wiseman's and
right.
those big names anymore, really.
Yeah, no, and I mean he's been with Memphis for 8 years and has had 2 number 1 classes recruiting. He's had multiple high level transfer portal classes. So he's doing well. Like he can get the guys that he wants to get, but it's a transactional age right now in college basketball, college sports, really, where it's really all about the money, right? Like it's about what can you offer. A kid would be willing to go to a different school with a different coach if they're paid more than coming to play for Penny Hardaway at Memphis if they're not paid as much.
Yeah.
So yes, I do think that's a part of it. I think it boils down to there's a lot in the last 8 years that have happened that has made I think athletic departments not really be that excited about having Penny Hardaway as their head coach anymore. And I think that part of it and a big part of it, and this is going to sound, and I don't want to put it all on the athletic director, Ed Scott, but Ed Scott didn't hire Penny Hardaway. They didn't hire him. He was grandfathered in when Ed Scott was became the new athletic director. And you see this in professional sports all the time. General managers and athletic directors want to hire their own guys. They want to have their guy in, right? And so I think that's a huge part of what we're seeing here. And Penny hasn't helped his case by some of the mistakes he's made, right? He hasn't helped it. So Carter asked how much of our NIL budget gets tied up in Liberty Bowl renovation. 100%. 100%. I think getting the Liberty Bowl renovation funded and paid for, because let's not forget, Memphis had to raise $50 million to match the Fred Smith family or the FedEx donation for the Liberty Bowl renovation. When Ed Scott came in, they needed to raise $25 million, I think. And so that was number one priority, whether over funding NIL funds over anything else. It was getting the Liberty Bowl renovated, because in America, Wayno, in college sports,
you like me,
college football rules all.
Oh,
and so if you want to be a successful athletic department, you got to have your football program on point. And part of that is like having the right facilities and renovating the facilities that will make you money. And that's what the Liberty Bowl is. So yes, a lot of it I wouldn't say 100%, but there is revenue sharing that's engaged now. Revenue sharing is involved. So certain revenue that comes into the University of Memphis is automatically divvied up by revenue sharing towards the athletic department, to the teams for NIL. But I would say any more money that came in, 100% of it went to the Liberty Bowl renovation. So anyway, that's my beef. I
don't know that much about college hoops. Jeez.
That's my big beef, is that I just am like, my rational media brain says at some point it's time to move on. My Penny Hardaway fandom, my Memphis fandom says, ugh, I want Penny to stay.
Yeah.
And it just makes me sad. It makes me sad. But anyway, all right, that's your best in beef. We did talk a lot of times. Best in beefs aren't about sports. It was about sports for us today, because Wayno's getting yelled at in the comments, and I don't like what what's happening with Penny Hardaway.
We all got baggage today, okay?
We all got sports baggage today.
This is for us, not for you guys today. Okay?
Exactly. Oh man, it's terrible. All right, let's get to the Grizzlies. Let's talk some Grizzlies stuff. In this next segment, we're gonna go all Grizzlies. The rest of the show is gonna be all Grizzlies. So let's do that. All right. The Grizzlies played over the weekend. They played against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and for like the third time this season, they have a back-to-back with the same team the next game. It's so weird. Is this normal? Is this annoying? Yeah.
It's annoying. What are we doing?
I don't remember this happening that often. Like, I feel like this has happened. I mean, obviously you had the Europe games with Orlando where they played back-to-back.
That's exhibition. That's different, I feel like.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
They've done it with Minnesota. Where else did they do it this year? They've done it 3 times this year. They had another time where it was back-to-back. I can't remember who. God.
Wasn't Washington.
Was it the Lakers? It was the Lakers.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the Lakers. Yeah, it was the Lakers. They did that with the Lakers as well. I'm not a fan of this, but they're doing it again tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's go back to the game this weekend. What did you think? It was clearly a game where Tomas Isolo said it even before the game. He said this is going to be a game where the young guys can really show what they have. What did you think about that game?
I liked it.
I did too.
And commending the guys. I mean, we are so depleted. And I think my biggest takeaway from this is watching Ty on the court and watching him operate just makes you realize how depleted we actually are this season, because there's a big difference between talent and paycheck between a guy like Ty compared to, say, Cam. And I thought it was a real big highlight of and low light, really, too, of like how we have no real gauge on how good this team could actually be.
I agree.
So that was my biggest takeaway. And then it kind of got me a little bit depressed, because I was like, there's not much, when healthy, there's not much that separates between us and, say, a team like Phoenix, who are really rolling right now. Yeah. But it takes a team. Like, we talk about identity, and yes, Phoenix have that, and that's why they're still playing well without Devin Booker. But it's the players' responsibility to bring in that identity and create that culture. And I think we've failed in that attempt this season. I think really highlights. I said it on the last show with Rusty. How bad is our season? Really bad that we have not even had one single players only meeting this year. I think that speaks volume to our leaders. I think that speaks volume to, like, our guys who are on those big paychecks. I think that it speaks volume to self-accountability. The list goes on. Like, when I think of leaders, and even to, if you want to get down to actual playing the game, like, Jar's not playing. And Jaren has kind of revealed his unicorn colors, if you will. Like, his inability to step up when we need someone to take the reins and take control. And, for people, who don't want Jaren here anymore. And, I can totally see their point.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if you're talking about the accountability aspect of it.
Yeah.
Clearly this roster has been depleted, and getting Ty Jerome back in this last Minnesota game, it showed you kind of like, I agree with you, how frustrating this season has been, because he got out there and then in 20 minutes scored 20 points. And you just go, what could this have looked like if he had been getting regular minutes this entire year, right? Like, obviously there was an injury there, so you have to chalk it up for what it is. But it is very frustrating, because you automatically saw, like, I think we kind of had forgotten what the reason why the Grizzlies brought Ty Jerome to Memphis in the first place, right? Like the what he can do creatively, how he gets his in with a team that struggles in the half court as much as Memphis does. His ability to get shots up in the half court offense, his ability to create, his ability to play make is something that this team has sorely needed this entire year, especially with Ja Morant missing as many games as he has. And so I just it is frustrating, because you're just like, what if he had been available?
But that same, do you want to sit there and wait, go through another season of what if?
Yeah.
It's like, like, I totally agree with you. It's like, like, this team could be really good. Like, honestly, I look at this team and I go, potentially, when healthy, like, we could be knocking on 5th seed.
Mm-hmm.
We could be knocking on 5th seed, but we are where we are, really. But
we are where we are. It was an opportunity. Obviously, Zach Geedy was not out there for this game. He's still a young guy on this team. I think he's established himself, even with his rookie year and the 11 games that he played before he got shut down. You saw the impact that he can make on the court. It was an opportunity to see Cedric Coward, Gigi Jackson, Cam Spencer, and even Jalen Wells get extended run the other day against Minnesota. And I feel like they played really, really hard. I know the Grizzlies lost 131-114.
And this is a really good Minnesota team. Like, they just knocked off OKC the other day and looked pretty good doing it as well. They're not like slouch. Obviously, we beat them earlier in the season as well. But, like, to go out there and be as depleted as you are, like, I mean, I don't care where what you think of the team. Like, as a fan, like, you got to support your boys. And, like, as I said, like, it just shows you, like, how depleted we actually are this season. Watching Ty Jerome go out there and just operate, like his first points against Gobert, I was just like,
yes, we
needed a pro creator.
Yeah.
We need a pro scorer on this squad, and that's what he is. That's what he brings. And I don't know if he's not playing the next game, is he? I think they're sitting him.
I'm sure. Well, I don't know. I would suspect he's probably not playing. Have they even announced it today, the PR team?
I don't think so, but I did think it was interesting. I never knew this, actually. And I don't know if this is just a Memphis thing or a league-wide thing, but, like, Coach, when he was talking about, like, Ty and that, and he's talking about finding the balance of minutes for him, he spoke about, like, because minutes restriction eats into your practice time as well.
Right.
So it's about finding that balance between the games played and the minutes played in scrimmage or in practice as well. Yeah. I thought that was, like, super interesting. Like, there you go. Like, been following the NBA for, like, nearly 30 years now, and it's just like, I didn't know that. Did not know that.
So, yeah, it looks like, okay, Ty Jerome is available. Jaren is questionable. Santi's still out. And that's it, other than the other guys that are always out. But it looks like Jaren might be back tonight.
Or traded. I mean,
let me just say this. I'm a little distracted right now, and I'll tell you why.
They're going at it in the
I'll tell you why. and this is, and I just want to say it kind of pisses me off a little bit, and I'll tell you why. Because this team has, like, we're sitting here and we're talking about Grizzlies games, and we're talking about Ty Jerome coming back, Cedric Coward and Gigi Jackson playing really good ball. And there is a whole ass argument going on in the comment section about Ja Morant, who's played 20 games this year. Yeah. And like, I get it, but that's also a sign of the problem with this Memphis Grizzlies team. Am I wrong on that, Wayno?
No, you are absolutely right. Like, look, we all want the fairy tale ending. You know, we all wanted Ja to sign here, take us to the promised land, put his, jersey in the rafter. All he's shown, like, why don't we ever refer to Ja as injury prone? That term never comes up with Memphis fans because we all know he's sitting games. You never hear that come out once. Ja Morant, injury prone, like, it never comes out once because we all know deep down he's sitting games. He's sulking. And yes, injuries happen. Yes, you can't control the Lou Dorts, but like, we're 3 seasons deep. I want a point guard who plays. Like, and all we get is childish, cryptic messages. The kid, and I use that word very loosely, he's an adult. Like, he's not young Ja who's just walked into the league anymore. He's supposed to be the vet on this team. He hasn't stood up and had a players-only meeting pulled it, rather everyone together. He couldn't even find it within himself to get behind the coach. Who cares about the stupid rotations? This isn't a non-issue if everyone's healthy when playing. It's a total non-issue. It's his lack of leadership that gets him out of here. It's his lack of. You've been in the league how many years now? Is it 7 years now?
7 years.
8 years now?
8 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Talent. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Ja is 7 years in deep. He doesn't even have an average three-point shot. His game relies on totally driving to the basket. He is a fantastic assist guy. His court vision is fantastic, but he can't even keep defenses honest because he hasn't touched his game. Tell me, what has Ja improved in his game from year 2 to 3 to now?
Yeah,
it's not sustainability. It's not being available. It's not leading by example. So I'm sorry, guys. Like, this might come to a rude shock. I love Ja, I do, but also, like, I'm not living in glory days anymore. Like, I don't want another season of this. I don't. We are the joke of the league. We are the worst team in the league right now. I would put money on Sacramento beating us in a game this season, especially as we stand right now. Like, I'm out on Ja. Like, you're banking on him
doing something he's never done before,
which is grow up, mature. How long? What's the magic number for everyone out there? What's the number? What's 28, 29 years old?
And this is my issue. It's not that we're having this. It's not that, like, the reality of the situation is what it is with Ja Morant, but it's the fact that we are still sitting here having conversations about it. And I understand part of that is on us as a media entity to, like, move on, I guess, but he's still a part of this team and dominates the large majority of the headlines. And so when things happen, you have to talk about it, right? But this is, again, one of those reasons why even your trade that you proposed for the Milwaukee Bucks, the Giannis Antetokounmpo trade, pissed me off because it means we still have to have the distraction on the team, right?
And that's the thing. Like, imagine we had a leader on this team. Like, imagine this team without distractions. Imagine a team that's all in, fighting for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched that Philly game and I saw the look on Ja's face when he didn't get the 3-point shot to win it. He doesn't have a 3-point shot. Why is he angry at Coward for taking it?
Yeah.
Like, just sour grapes. Like, it's literally like dealing with a sulky teenager.
Because there's nothing about what's happened this year that makes me think that this is going to change, that we're going to get all of a sudden there's going to be a grow up. And it's not even in that sense of, like, the maturity wise, like the age maturity. It's more so even the physical maturity of being able to play more games, because all of the off-court distraction, emo Ja stuff wouldn't even matter if he was just playing games. Kind of like how you're saying the rotations and the Isolo stuff, none of that stuff matters if Ja's playing games. None of the stuff matters. The weird press conferences, the bad tweets, the distracting tweets where we're still talking about Ja. Like, the only reason any of it matters is because Ja's not playing basketball. And but so, like, what has happened over these last 3 or 4 years that makes you think that this is going to change?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? You can put the blinders on about the Europe trip.
Yeah.
Okay, about that first game. But look at that first game. It took the commissioner to step in and sort it out. Anyone, you start a new job. What's the first thing you like, the new kid on the block? You know, he's going to say all the right things. Do you know what I mean? But it's like that month after that you go, your true colors will come out. We'll see what this work is really like.
Yeah.
Crazy. I just look. So I mean, look.
The comment section.
Oh, it's going.
We're talking NBA Hall of Famers with dreads now. Buck is talking about don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. This is wild, bro. But no, I'm with Carter on this. I think, like, I feel like I'm in the same boat, and I know you are. You've been on this boat for a minute.
Look, it's that thing, man. Like, we have all the evidence showing no progression. Do you know what I mean? Like, what, we fired Tumas, he's definitely got his issues. Do you know what I mean? But he's not the problem. He's not the problem. The coaching, like Shane said, the coaching situation is going to sort itself out. We don't need to worry about that.
Right.
You know? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just, you know what? Like, the baller in me, the hooper in me is like, if Ja did on your social league team what he did in that LA game, and just you'd never ask him back again to play. They'd never run with you again. You can't quit on your team. You can't quit. Like, even if you're down 40, you can't quit on your team, especially when you're the leader, when everyone's looking at you. You can't quit on your city. You know, and you quit on guys who stand on your name. You know, you quit on guys who are like Ja for life. Like, you know, you quit.
Well, listen,
anyway,
we can keep talking about Ja Morant. We're doing exactly what the comment section is doing. Y'all
don't get me in dad mode. Don't get me in dad mode.
You're in dad mode. You spent all weekend with your 14-year-old celebrating his birthday, and now you're in dad mode with Ja Morant. So shout out to Wayno. We do have a game tonight. This I forgot to mention earlier. This podcast is sponsored by FanDuel. Shout out to the good people at FanDuel, the official odds makers for Bluff City Media. Tonight, the Grizzlies play against the Timberwolves, a back-to-back in Memphis. The Timberwolves are a -7.5 point favorite. It looks like the Grizzlies are getting Jaren back. Ty Jerome is not on the injury report, so it looks like he's going to be playing.
Good.
I like this. I like that we're getting guys off the injury report and not
finally
bringing one off and putting two on and this, that, and third. That gets a little old.
And I was just going to say, like, it's so hard there's so much murky water right now with the team, and we're all waiting patiently for the trade deadline or something to unfold before then. Because I do think, like, that's going to dictate the direction of, like, no GM's going to come out and tell you we're tanking. Not if they're worth their weight in salt. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, no official's going to be like, we're boys, take the night off. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not going to happen. But you will see the signs, and you'll know exactly where your team is headed by the moves or non-moves they make. At a trade deadline. And then heading into the draft. So, you know, or by all reports, for everything I've read online, it looks like, you know, they really want to move him at the deadline. I don't know what that looks like. You know, I don't have all the answers, but so it's hard to really, like, I don't know, like as a fan, do you find it like hard to get behind this team? Like I want them to do well. I want the young guys to get all this experience and play and play and play and show heart and grit and grind. But it's hard. Like this team is just in this weird state of flux. We've got a superstar kind of on the way out, and we've got these young guys. Like hard going into this game against Minnesota. Like we got 34 games left of the season. I would just like to see what the direction is. And what are you going to give me for those last 34 games?
Right.
Like I look, I know this is a real strong draft, and I want us to get a high draft pick too, but I don't think it's much like the Phoenix pick that we talked about earlier in the season. My warning was don't rely on the Phoenix pick.
Right.
And I feel like too many of us as fans are relying on a high draft pick, and that might not happen. There's no guarantees.
There is no guarantees. Absolutely
There's no guarantees. And also, like, the romanticism about the drafting that next guy in. You could draft a dud. You could get the top 4 pick in this year's draft, and it could be a dud. We've seen it happen. It's history of it, the NBA, league history. We've seen it.
Yep.
So my thing is, like, just don't bank all your chips in this year's draft. Yes, it looks like a solid one. People much smarter than me are saying,
best one in a long time.
Yeah. So, like, I take their word for it, but also I've seen this flip the other way. I've seen experts swear black and blue about guys. Yep. I remember how high they were on Kwame Brown coming to the league. I remember how high they were on Anthony Bennett coming into the league. These things happen.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody expected Anthony Bennett to be picked first by Cleveland. I think even the night that it happened, everybody's like, what the hell? You said who? Did you mean Anthony Davis? You wrote the wrong name down. We are going to talk draft in a second, but
yeah, we'll get to that.
We do have, so obviously the Timberwolves are 7.5-point favorites against the Grizzlies tonight. Yep. The money line Grizzlies is plus 245 if you wanted to hit that. Getting Jaren back and having Ty Jerome back out there, that plus 245 might be something that you look at. Because what it really came down to in that first Timberwolves game is the Minnesota Timberwolves were just better than the Grizzlies that night, right? But I think intensity, like hard play wise, the way they played, the Grizzlies adding Jaren back to the equation, if he comes in with that same level of intensity, then I'm wondering the Grizzlies could get something here tonight. They might not. They might try not to, but
I like it. We might get it for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, I might not even touch anything Grizzlies related moving forward. So speaking of, let's go to the Grizzlies futures. They're at 31.5 at the beginning of the year. And it's over 31.5 wins minus 120. That doesn't seem right. Under 31.5 wins minus 102 to make the play in, bro. They're at plus 950 now. They were a presumptive favorite this entire year to make the play in, and now they are way down the list in terms of it. So
yeah, look, you touched on it though. We got guys slowly coming off the injury bug. I would still like us to make the play in. We've got 34 games.
Just go play.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Show us, give us something to cheer about. And like we get Edie back, we're going to look a whole lot better real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We know how far Scottie Pippen Jr. is off because he was in G League, right? And he's got to be around.
I wonder. I think we're going to see some funky things happen in the next 3 days. Like that's why I really do wonder if even the Scottie decision to send him down, like to put him down with the hustle to practice, if that was a sign to other teams saying, "Hey, he's healthy now," right? Yeah. Like that. He's down there practicing. He's down there playing, that kind of deal. The fact that he's not playing any games in the NBA, like even though him and Ty Jerome were both sent down to the hustle at the same time, makes me wonder if maybe Scotty is someone they're looking at to potentially trade in the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting, because all will be revealed, obviously, but it's going to be interesting to see like who's been sitting out because of trade rumors, like who's been worked and who's been not. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. All
right. Well, let's do this. Hey, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna finish the show off. We're gonna talk NBA draft because as much as you don't want to put hope into it, we're going to talk it because there's a lot of really, really good players that are in this draft that the Grizzlies might have the potential to get. And we're going to figure out what moves need to be made before February 5th to maybe position themselves to have multiple picks in that draft. So let's do that. When we come back, we will have that discussion. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Memphis, it's going down. This Friday, January 30th, the Grizzlies go to war with New Orleans, and the city's watching together at Grind City Brewing. Big screens, cold beer, loud fans, real Memphis energy. Pull up for the Bluff City Media Watch Party at Grind City Brewing, where the beer is cold and the vibes are undefeated. Don't watch alone, watch it with the city.
Do y'all think Penny focuses too much on reclamation projects out of the portal instead of actual talent?
He certainly did this season because in the past, Memphis has tried maybe 1 or 2 reclamation projects a year. Like Dane Danger, for example, was obviously a reclamation project, but that was really the only reclamation project that he was really going for there.
You can go down this roster and name a lot of dudes who Penny recruited thinking that he can help them get better and kind of revive their collegiate career.
The key to making reclamation projects work is surrounding that player with guys who do not have to be reclamated.
Yes.
TJ Haggerty did not have to be reclamated. Tyrese Hunter did not have to be reclamated. Colby Rogers didn't have to be reclamated. Nick Jourdain didn't have to be reclamated. He was who he was already. If you surround reclamation projects with guys who don't have to be reclamated, it gives you a much better, chance of success with that reclamation project.
Tune in to Tigers Live with Francis Carlotta, live after every Memphis Tiger basketball game on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. All right, shout out. Guess what? Guess who I got a phone call during the break from?
Oh,
Uncle
Who?
Buck. He
Oh, really?
called me. He's in the group chat, and then he calls me and he tells me, "Tell Kendarius he's an idiot." He's joking, Kendarius.
so you know.
Joking, Kendarius. He loves you. But no, shout out. He told me on the phone that for the first time since last Saturday, his quadrant of homes that he has to deal with are at 50%, are lower than 50% of have no power, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Which is it was 100% a week ago, and now it's less
huge.
than 50. It's big time. Shout out to the electric man, the Avenger, the electric Avenger, Drew
Well, Sparky.
old Sparky himself. All right, let's close this show out with a little bit of draft talk. And it's such a weird conversation because we have to have this conversation around the same time as this trade deadline is happening. And you guys you and Rusty did a whole segment, a whole 30. Go back to the video section of Bluff City Media's YouTube page and look at the reboot, the retool, or the rebuild clip with Wayno and Rusty, because they literally go through all of it, right? Like ideas of, are you retooling around John Jaren or are you rebuilding without John Jaren? Like,
so we did exactly. We did the trade scenarios where we keep Jaren for those who are so inclined. And then we did the aftermath moving forward and what that might look like as well. Gave some samples. So yeah. Because
those conversations matter because it determines what they do in this draft coming up, right? Like,
go
sorry,
ahead.
Oh, you got it.
No, okay.
What do they do in the draft? Like, what are they doing? Are they trying to consolidate a bunch of assets to get deeper and higher in that draft, or are they trying to utilize, like, we'll have ours potentially, and we'll have maybe whatever Phoenix or Orlando situation looks like, or Washington or whatever that looks like, we'll have a couple of picks and just use those picks to retool around John Jaren. Those are real questions that have to be answered. You're kind of speaking out both sides of your mouth. You want John Jaren gone, but you don't want to focus on the draft. Where are you at with this? Like, what do the Grizzlies need to do?
And look, I have a hard time with this, as a fan, because even when I look at the draft, subconsciously, I'm automatically looking at it as what pieces can help what we have. Because Jar hasn't gone till he's gone.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I think that's why this deadline is really important for us as fans, because it will give us a true indication of where things are really at. My only question mark is, what if they do nothing?
Right.
That's more of a dilemma for me. What if they sit and do nothing? What does that say? So it's like, because in one hand, I'm like, all right, there are some really good guys who could help this unit right now. Mm-hmm. So do we draft in mind? Do we draft best fit, or are those guys, those long stayers now finally on their way out, and we draft best talent? So that's I suppose the two question marks where I'm at with it. But there are some guys that I really like. In this draft. How about you?
Well, I think, and that's why I've been so frustrated with this. I've called it unethical tanking by the Grizzlies, because I feel like they aren't doing themselves a favor. There's kind of a directionless tanking right now, because you're not seeing like what the way that they are utilizing some of these young guys. You have some young pieces on this team right now that are on this roster that you need to figure out if you're the Grizzlies. Are they the cornerstones of this franchise, of this post next gen franchise? Are they the cornerstones that you want to build around? Is Zach Edey that guy? I think the answer is unequivocally yes. Is Cedric Coward that guy? I think the jury's still out. I think he's got a lot of fantastic skills, and I think he's averaging almost 15 points a game as a rookie, and still not really looking great right now, but he's still super productive as he continues to grow and mature in his game. Is he that guy? Isalo has come out and said Cedric is a guy that we need 3-level scores. We need a guy who can close in the fourth quarter. and Cedric's going to get that opportunity. Well, then he's not getting that opportunity. Like, you're not giving him an opportunity to like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like for all his faults this season, I think one thing that Tomas has done well is develop the guys at a steady pace, and I think that's why you're not seeing GG Jackson just thrusted into the starting lineup, because it doesn't fix anything, and you're kind of seeing like a bit of a in Charlotte with LaMelo, right? Like they had him coming off the bench at one stage. Like if you're not mentally there just yet, then I mean, look. To be fair to that argument, I suppose, is there's no reason why not at this stage. You know, we're so depleted that, yeah, he probably should be starting. I agree. But I think he's letting him earn it. It's not just, oh, you won one good game. Oh, cool. Well, let's green flag this.
I'm going to disagree with you, though, because you need to figure out if Gigi is that guy at the small forward position moving forward. Because you know it's not Jalen. You know it's not Jalen.
I think they already know that, though. Do you know? I think they already know that. I think they've invested. I think they've said that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like he said at the start of the season, like he's gonna if he walks away from Memphis and hasn't done everything right by GG Jackson, it'll be one of his biggest regrets. Like he's already committed to GG. I just think his timeline is a lot longer than what us as fans is. And GG might be the answer, but is GG the answer when he has to get paid?
But the problem is, though, is that until you figure it out, it changes what you do in the draft, because there are some incredible guys that are in that. Like, are you targeting? Like, who are you targeting?
Here's the loop. We're sitting here and we're talking about GG Jackson, and like, is he the guy? When we've got two guys above him that we still don't know if they're the guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's the eternal loop us as fans have at the moment, because until that trade deadline and we know where it's going, like we don't know who we're drafting really. Like, I mean, I'll throw a name. Like, I really would love us to get like near the top 4 or 5 pick, and was it Caleb Wilson from New York? North Carolina. Like, he answers a lot of questions. What I said in the $2 show previously is I want insurance for Edie. You know, if Edie is such a linchpin that our team goes to crap when he's out, I want Edie insurance. I want a guy who's going to rebound, play hard, bring energy. And like, for me, like, he's a guy who really does that. He's a guy who'd be worth, like they did last year, climbing up and getting coward. He's a guy I'd be happy for them to jump up and grab. Yeah.
I think that even the presumptive number 1 pick in the draft right now is a guy named Darren Peterson from Kansas. Yeah. Darren Peterson is an electric ball player. He is amazing at every level. The big concern about him is his injury situation while he's at Kansas. And I would say to you that a lot of the conversations coming out of the Kansas media right now, or is that it feels like Darren understands that he is a number 1 draft pick and is being held out by his own agency to protect his number 1 draft stock. I think that's short-sighted. I think that is probably not the smartest move to make. Most of the time, non-basketball nerds are the ones that make those decisions and hold you out. But like even yesterday, he played 20 minutes against BYU, or 2 days ago against BYU, and outscored AJ Dibensante, or whatever, however you say his name.
Yeah. And he took it at him too. Like he knew the stakes and was that. I enjoyed it. I mean, look, I watched majority of that game on a replay, and I was like pretty impressed because everyone's been talking about this kid, and I was like, I'm gonna see what's up. And I knew he was going against AJ, and I was like, man, because the clips I've seen of AJ look pretty impressive. Like he reminds me kind of like a young, slightly skinnier Amari Stoudemire. So I like the fact that he just was like, hey, like this is best versus best, right? This is the proving point right here, the tipping point. And I really enjoyed that. He just took it at him. There was no hesitation in his game, and you got to love that. But it's politics, right? Yeah, politics kill the sport sometimes, and we hear it through the league, like of guys that are busting their superstar off the bench, busting the superstar's ass in practice. But the politics are that you're not playing above him, even if you are better. Yeah. So that's the reality.
There are two names that I would really look at if I was the Memphis Grizzlies, because they're not like I would like to get in that top 4, because I think if you get in that top 4, you get a franchise player.
The thing is, everyone wants that as well.
Everybody wants to be there, and franchises that have that top 4 are like, well, why would we trade you? Like, why would we trade that? Like, we've got a guy who we in these top 4 picks, we can probably get a franchise guy. There are some names of guys that I think are guys that I would really pay attention to if I'm in that 10 to 15 range for the Memphis Grizzlies. Kingston Flemings from Houston is a freshman point guard, 6'4", big bodied point guard. And he is, I mean, like the thing about the Houston Cougars basketball team is that over the years they have won a lot of games based off of their tenacious defense. If you don't play defense, you're not playing for Houston, right? Like you are not going to play if you don't play hard defense. The one place where they've struggled is being able to generate offense. Most of their offense has come off of their incredible defense. Kingston Flemings is a guy that has changed that entire dynamic for Houston this year, and they are phenomenal this year. Kingston Flemings he's averaging, as a freshman, as an 18-year-old in college, is averaging 16.4 points per game, 5 assists per game, and is just he's that 3-level scorer that, because this draft is so deep, Kingston might be one of those guys that is like that 10 to 15 range, where because of his age, because of how he's only 18 years old. I just think he is a guy that I would absolutely look at if I'm the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, and like if we can get 2 in the first round, like that's pretty good. Like we draft pretty well. Like
yes,
Kleiman is pretty good at his job when it comes to the draft. So I also had another name down. I haven't seen much of him this year, but what I did see, I did like. A little bit of a biased Michigan fan just because I'm such a big Jalen Rose fan.
Hey, let's go.
I like Yaxel.
Man, let me tell you, Memphis Tiger fans have experienced Yaxel Lindenborg for 3 years. He was at UAB prior to being at Michigan. And Yaxel is a guy who I don't understand why he's in college for as long as he is, because his game is fit for the NBA.
I watch him and I'm like, he will do so well under an NBA trainer.
Oh my God.
You know,
he is a 6'10", 6'9" stretch power forward who can shoot the 3, who can handle the ball, who's got insane court vision. And he's got some moves around the basket, but he's athletic, and one of the things about the college basketball game that is so different to me is it does not really prepare players for the NBA game. The rules are so different. The way that the game is played is so different that a lot of times, like even a guy like Anthony Edwards, like did not have a great year at Georgia because he's suited for the NBA more than he's suited for college basketball. I feel that way about Yaxel, which is why I'm surprised he's still in college, because as good as, I mean, the only issue with Yaxel is that his age is going to be a factor for him. He's a 5th-year senior right now at Michigan.
But if you're, like I said, if you're getting 2 in the first round, like he would not be a bad option.
Oh, he'd be fantastic.
And then you can help fill in around that,
Fantastic. Yes. Yeah. A guy that has kind of jumped off the boards to me as somebody that I would look at. And I don't want to comp him just as this guy. Size-wise and the way he moves, he reminds me a lot of the reigning MVP of the NBA. And that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. A guy named Keaton Wagler at Illinois. He's a 6'6" shooting guard who can handle the ball really, 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 really well. Yes. And he is an electric shooter and has, just an incredible offensive talent. I don't think you understand how difficult it is in today's day and age of college basketball to score a lot of points. He's had multiple 30-point games, He had a 46-point game against Purdue, the presumptive, like at the beginning of the year, the presumptive favorite to win it all. He scored 46 points against them this year. He is fantastic. And you would look at him and go, okay, well, he's not super fast and he's not like, oh my gosh, but he's a 6'6" guard that can handle the ball really, really well. And his game, the way he moves and his shooting touch and the way he gets his shots off reminds me a lot of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
My only hesitation, I did say this the other day on the Two Bucks show, was that
Francis,
when we move off Ja, I kind of don't want us to draft a guard. I feel like it's going to be hard to live up to expectations, and that's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight on the shoulders. So I am more pro us going getting a proven point guard, because I don't really feel like we need an elite point guard. We just need a really good one.
Right.
And you can get like quite high talent in other areas, and but that's kind of my take on it. Although, like, look, we've got prototype Kawhi Leonard, so why not have prototype Shai as well?
if you are moving off Ja and Jaren and rebuilding this thing, I think all of those, like, going and getting a really good guard, all those like hesitations of trying to like build off of Ja's back, that means nothing to me at this point. You got to build, again, like you said at the beginning of this segment, you got to get the best talent, the best talent. Yeah. And I think you've got some really, the fact that Kingston, Fleming, and the kid from Illinois are as far down in the first round, like in the lottery, as they are, just goes to show you how deep this draft is. And then you got a guy like Yaxel, who's top 10 right now on mocks to be, in this draft. And he is one of the more elite skill sets of anybody in this draft. Then we haven't even mentioned Cameron Boozer over at Duke, who is a guy that is, he is old school basketball. He's a bruiser. Boozer, right?
This is going to sound weird, but he reminds me of Cam Spencer in the fact that one of Cam's best attributes coming into the Memphis Grizzlies was that he's a great system guy.
Yeah.
And I look at Booz much like that as well. Like, he just feels like really, like, he's not, I don't feel like he's super athletic or anything like that, but he's right place, right time guy. He's going to run what you need to run, and he's going to make stuff happen. And that's what I kind of feel like we have with Cam. Yeah. To a lesser extent, I suppose.
Yeah. Guys, I put a lot of value in guys that when they're on the court, good things happen, right? Mm-hmm. Like, when they're on the court, they might not score every possession. They might not get every rebound, but good basketball happens when this person is out there on the court. Cameron Boozer is one of those guys where when he's out there, Duke, everybody kind of elevates their games up a little bit, right? Like, it gets a little bit less helter-skelter, it gets a little bit less the offense runs a little bit better, better shots are taken by other guys. Cam will get the ball. I'm a big believer in when you're out there, good things happen. That's why I like Zach Edey so much, because I feel like he's the exact same way.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
But all right. Listen, we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. Wayno, I appreciate you, bro. You got to work today, don't you?
I do.
All right.
I got to get the kids off and then, get to work.
Well, we are day number 7 of no school for our kids because of weather. So I think they're going back to school tomorrow. Let's pray because they're ready to get out of the house, and I'm ready to kind of get onto a normal routine here.
I think everyone over there is a bit stir crazy right now, right?
Which is why they didn't cancel the volleyball tournament this weekend. You should have seen it. I'm a pretty big guy, and my son and I were walking in the parking lot at this volleyball center, and we both almost fell at the exact same time in the middle of the parking lot because of the ice. But teams were traveling in from all over the South to come into this tournament because everybody was just ready to get out of the house and go do something, right? So they had this volleyball tournament, and I think everybody's just ready to be kind of past this time. So it's crazy. But Wayno, thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother.
No worries, man. It was fun.
You're the man, dude. You're the man.
It was fun. And I promise, next show that I'm on, I'll bring it back out. I got a doozy for you boys.
Do you have a doozy?
I got a doozy.
Oh my God.
So we'll save it. We'll save it.
You know what we might need? You know what we might need to do? We might need to start a conspiracy corner with Wayno and just do individual videos. You just film. You just give us your conspiracy theories as they come up.
You know, it's good. I'm gonna have someone with me because it's always fun watching their reactions.
Okay.
And like, this guy's mad. This is Mad Aussie. We got on our hands.
Mad Aussie.
Biting snake's bum or something.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Anthony Sane show at 1 o'clock. In 45 minutes, we'll be on. But shout out to you, Wayno. I appreciate you coming on today, man. We really do appreciate your willingness to jump in and help out when needed. So you're the man, dude. Enjoy your vodka and water and enjoy your day of work. And everybody will see you back here tomorrow on the $2 Sports Show. Thank you for listening to the $2 Sports Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.